Welcome back to another episode of White Trash Racing. Today we're going to show you how to change the valve cover gaskets on your Crown Victoria. Right here in front of us we have a 2004 Crown Victoria. We're going to change out both banks, both valve cover gaskets, left and right. It's a pretty straightforward job, doesn't require anything too crazy. I'm going to show you how to do it, so stay tuned. We're going to remove this take pipe on this side. I already loosened that 8mm. It's a little clip. Once that comes off, you want to clip your air box. Take off this by pulling that little red piece down and pushing in on that, and then pulling out. But that's all on the bottom side, so it's kind of hard to see. After that, we're gonna pop this guy off here. Pretty easy. Take it and sit on your bench. These wires, you're just gonna find the little clip on them. Any of the wires that run over top of the valve cover, so all the ones connected to your injectors and your coil packs. If you don't know what those are called, or if you don't know what those are, you might not want to do this job, but I'm gonna try to help you out anyways. Remove all these little clips like this, and once you do that, you'll be able to get these wires off the top of the valve cover, and I'll show you the next step. Wires pulled off these studs and unplugged. Be easy on the wires, you know, the cars are old, and but stuff's gonna break. It doesn't always live. Don't break the clips. Those, you know, try your best not to break those, but like these things, man, those are almost impossible not to break. I broke one, but it's not a big deal. So let's just go ahead and take this off real quick so it gets it out of your way. Same little green clip that held the other side on. Set that out of your way. Gonna need a probably pull this, bend it back when you're done. But before you do that, let's go ahead and either, depending on how dirty your engine is, let's go ahead and blow it all off or wash it off, whatever you need to do. With a quick bit of compressed air on this side, pull this cover off. Another 5 minutes, we'll have that side off. So once you take all of those bolts out right there, 8mm. I don't know if it's normal, but I had one 13mm. Might not be normal. You just kind of hold this little wire up right here and smack the. Before you hold that wire up, smack it with a rubber mallet to break it loose, and hold that wire up and just pop her out. Comes out pretty easy. It's not very hard. If it was difficult, I'd show you how to do it, but it's pretty easy. Make sure you don't drop no dirt inside the motor before you put the new valve cover on, obviously. And yeah, let's get the other side off real quick. difficult to get out. I had to take out one coil pack. I'd honestly recommend, if you wanted to make it easier, take all the coil packs out, or at least the 2 in the back, 3 in the back, all 4 of them, whatever. You can do it with one. And then you gotta push this hose, this thing, so that the valve cover can come up in this area right here. And then this wire kind of is in the way a little bit. Once you get all that out of the way, you just kind of keep coming up with it. It's real tight up against this, and then you get it up and you slide it forward, and it'll come on out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up these little areas right here, and then we're gonna use some brake cleaner and clean off this area all the way back around. And then we're gonna come back through, and we're gonna get this silicone off of here. And when we're done with that, we're gonna put more silicone on it before we put the new valve covers on. Right now I've already started taking the old gaskets off, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those taken off and swapped out. So here's your new gaskets. You just take those out with a screwdriver, and then you take these little rubbers off of here. You can use a screwdriver, or you can just cut them with a razor blade, whichever way is easier, and then you slide the other ones on the same way that these ones were. So once we get that swapped over, or once we get those taken off, the old gaskets taken off, we're going to take the valve covers and we're going to clean them up. Clean them up however you want. I'm just going to spray them off with a hose because they're not very dirty, and then I'm going to use a little bit of brake cleaner to clean them the rest of the way. Alright, so when you get all those valve covers cleaned up and all the valve cover gaskets on and all the little rubber grommets on your metal sleeves, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. It's all cleaned up. We got all the little dealios on it, so I'm going to slap her back in. And wait, I forgot, we're gonna clean up the surface right there. RTV on both of those spots. See where the 2 pieces of metal come together? You don't want it to leak right there, so you need a little bit of sealant. Silicone, RTV, right stuff. Whatever you want to use, dude. And then do the same thing to your other valve cover.
Got both of them clean, both of the gaskets put on. Already cleaned the other side, so to show you, just kind of, if yours is dirtier than this, you might have to take a razor blade to it, but I got lucky, so. I'm gonna get in the back over there probably with a little rag for the most part. Just to make sure it's clean in the back, but. Take a little rag and just wipe the very.
If you followed my instructions and you put it back together the way you took it apart, and you swapped out all those O-rings, and you swapped out the gaskets, and you cleaned your valve covers, and you plugged all the wires back in, you're gonna end up with something about like this. You're gonna need to finish up by putting your intake on, making sure all your wires are plugged in. Maybe give it one last blow off, and then make sure you put that RTV on there on all 4 spots, so it's going to seal there. Put all your little holders back on, make sure everything's plugged back in. A lot of times these Fords have bad clips right here, and it's a super common problem. But once you get all that done, it's gonna be right here. And I told you guys to bend this thing, so just bend it back so it kind of sits right there real nicely. Yeah, and let's get this intake thrown on, and that's pretty much about it. We got this intake tube on here, and gonna plug in our little sensor dealio here, mass airflow sensor, and push the little red clip in, and then we're gonna hold this thing up for a quick second while I tighten that. So hopefully the GoPro don't fall. Probably wrong, but hopefully it's the last piece, right? I'll just stick it on there. Once you hear it click twice, you know you're ready to party. I think that's it, dude. Should we see if it starts or what? Nah. So I'm gonna give it like about 25 minutes, 30 minutes for the little bit of right stuff to set up. Cause no point for me to start it. I already know it's gonna be good. Done these hundreds of times, so yeah, if this video helped you guys out, video a like, drop a comment if you have anything to say, any suggestions, and if you feel like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We got plenty of videos coming, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day.